The Blue Jays open up the 3-game set against the New York Yankees in a great way as they win 6-2 at Rogers Center. And boy, oh boy, was this a doozy. I mean, this game had a little bit of everything going on for the Jays. Okay, first off, who were the starting pitchers? Well, Sam Gaviglio was on the mound against Sonny Gray. Now, Gaviglio has been kind of up and down over the last little while, but he's kind of stayed steady. ERA just a shade under 4 coming into the game. And Sonny Gray has been awful for the New York Yankees, but against the Blue Jays at Rogers Center in his career, he has a sub-2 ERA. So he dominates the Blue Jays. And, Sam Gaviglio does a good job getting out of the top of the first inning, it was a greasy play. Yeah, obviously Gardner getting I think it was a single to lead it off or a walk, I'm not sure exactly. Then he gets to second base, and then they move him over to third, and then they get a walk, and runners in the corners, 2 out, and we're like, oh, okay. But then he gets out of that, and we go to the bottom of the first. The Jays get the bases loaded for Russell Martin. No, can't do anything with it, and as Jays fans, we think to ourselves, that is tough because this team is so good, the New York Yankees. They're a very good team. They're going to be a great team in the playoffs. But you can't give plays like that away where you have the bases loaded and can't get a hit. Those at-bats, those times are going to kill you. Sam Gaviglio goes up in the top of the second and does his job, taking care, 4 batters come up to the plate, and obviously 3 get out. So there you go. He does a good job there in the top of the second. And in the bottom of the second, Randall Grichuk gets in a good hitter's count and just drills a ball down the line. Off throw by Brett Gardner. He slides in safely to second. A leadoff double for the Blue Jays there in the bottom of the second. And then we see something we have not seen in a long time from the Toronto Blue Jays. A good approach. I mean, if I wanted to watch this game in depth and really pick apart things and see, okay, what can they do in this situation? Well, with a guy at second and nobody out against a pitcher who usually dominates your team, you got to try and move him over. And Diaz, very early in the count, I'm not sure if it was the first pitch or what, but he's very, very small swing, just drops the bat and just beautiful. Ground ball, a little chopper to second base. That gives Grichuk a chance to get to third. And yes, he gets out at first, but you move the runner over. Now all you need is a sac fly or a hard hit ball or something, and you get a run and take the lead. Now, they decide to play the infield this early in the ball game, which I was kind of shocked about. And Devin Travis, it's a broken bat single up the middle, and 1 run scores. Grichuk comes in to score, and the Blue Jays got the lead. Now, would they have played Travis differently if they weren't playing in? I don't really know about all that. But all I know is that Travis did a great job getting the job done there against the New York Yankees in that area, I guess you want to call it, and just a fantastic job, fantastic job. Then on a wild pitch, Travis moves up, and it wasn't really an awful wild pitch either. It was a ball that bounced, but right when it bounced, Travis made up his mind and said, "I'm going. I'm moving to second. I'm getting Boogie in," and he made the right decision. Because Romine behind, or I think was it Romine behind the dish? Anyways, or Gary Sanchez, one of the two is back there. They fumble a little bit, and there's no throw, and now you got a guy in scoring position with only 1 away. And this is great. Next up, Curtis Granderson's at the plate when all this is going down, and he battles and battles and battles, and then gets a pitch up in the zone from Sonny Gray and drills it into right field. It's an RB. They had the shift on him, but he pulls it. I wouldn't say down the line, but it was in that vicinity. And it's a 2-run single. It's an RBI single from Curtis Granderson. Travis comes home to score, and the Jays got the 2-0 lead. This is fantastic right now. We're seeing some good small ball stuff. You're not stealing a base, but you're taking advantage of a little mistake, and then you're capitalizing on that mistake. And then next up, Solarte. He rips the ball to center field. And that's a single, so Granderson moves up to second base, and they got runners at first and second with what was it, 1 out? And Justin Smoke comes up and on a 1-0 pitch just plasters a ball. It's deep and gone. Smoke bomb from Justin Smoke. 3-run shot. It's 5-0 Jays. Now Gray gets out of that inning. Oh, actually, I think after the Smokey home run, Pilar gets hit by a pitch. But anyways, other than that, Sonny Gray is gone after that inning. Goes 2 innings, giving up 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Just really was not that good at all in this game. And then in the top of the 3rd, Aaron Hicks hits a home run. And then we go to the top of the 5th inning, and Gavilio loses the strike zone for a little bit, walks Aaron Hicks, the base is loaded, and we're like, oh my goodness. So wait, hold on a second. You just walked in a run, the bases are still loaded, and Giancarlo Stanton is coming to the dish. This is a recipe for a disastrous inning with only 1 out. And now they bring in Joe Biagini. I knew they had to bring in somebody because Gavilio just didn't look right out there, and his pitch count was up there. And Joe Biagini comes in, and I'm thinking Stanton, he's 2 for 2 in his career against Biagini. This might get ugly. But Joe Biagini makes Stanton look stupid. Look, I know Yankee fans love him because he crushes dingers and all that stuff. But this at-bat was awful. He got up 3-0 in the count. 3-0. With the bases loaded and only 1 away. You don't need a big shot. You walk, you're getting an RBI, and there's another run. All right, chipping away again. But instead, Biagini pounds a ball down in the zone on the pitch tracker thing. It was off the plate by a little bit. But why are you swinging 3-0? That's got to be a meatball pitch that you want. And he swings right through it. Next pitch, it's up near his letters, and he takes another hack at it. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, this could have been really ugly, but Stanton's kind of helping him out a little bit here. Look, if I'm Giancarlo Stanton, Joe Biagini has just come into the ball game, and he's throwing 3 straight balls. I'm waiting for a strike. But instead, he goes up there hacking, and he hacks at one that's just out of the zone twice. And then he gets rung up on strike 3 looking at the strike 3 call. That was an awful at-bat by Stanton. He strikes out. Now there's 2 away. And Biagini gets out of the inning. That right there, that at-bat is my turning point in the game. Because you imagine if Stanton walked and now it's a 5-3 game. And, this could go anywhere at this point. Because they're on a roll and there's still less than 2 out. You get his sac fly, it's a 5-4 game. But instead, Stan strikes out, and then they get the next guy, and it's the end of the inning. Not really much offense the rest of the way, though. The Jays' bullpen doing an amazing job. We'll get to them in a second. Then in the bottom of the 8th, Diaz leads off with a double. Then Teoscar Hernandez, a few batters later, he doubles to left field. Diaz scores. Teoscar Hernandez's 20th double on the year. Great job there in a little insurance run, and the Jays win 6-2. So any notable games? Well, Solarte was 3 for 4. Smokey was 2 for 3 with a 3-run shot. Bottom of the order, though, Grichuk was 1 for 4. Diaz 1 for 3, and Travis 1 for 3. Sorry, Grichuk 1 for 4. Diaz 1 for 4. Travis 1 for 3. So you look at the way that first run came about. The bottom 3 guys in the lineup did their job. That's beautiful. Now, Gavilio, his ERA dropped a little bit, but he only went 4 1/3, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned, struck out 6 guys, and walked 3. It's because his pitch count in 4 1/3, guys, was 101. It was really up there. That's why they had to pull him when they did. Biagini went an inning in 2/3, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout. He was dynamite. Aaron Luke came out, walked a batter, and got a strikeout, but he came out of the game because Aaron Judge came up, and Sengwan struck him out. He went 2/3 of an inning of no hit, no walks, and a strikeout. John Axford came out in the 8th inning, went 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. And to close it out, no save situation, Tyler Clippard came out, no walks, no strikeouts, no hits, and a clean inning of work for him for the win. You look at the way this Blue Jays bullpen came out, they did an unbelievable job. I got to give credit where credit is due. They did a great job. They gave the Jays, 4 2/3 of 1 hit ball? That's amazing. That is fantastic. And you know what else, guys? The 2-headed monster in there in New York of Judge and Stanton, that team is so deep with Gregorius, Hicks, Gardner, Greg Bird, Andujar. This team, Andujar, whatever you pronounce his name, I think Andujar. I mean, he's the rookie guy. He's got all. I mean, it's crazy, but he's a great looking player. But Judge and Stanton bring that team just together because those guys are the horses. And today, the Blue Jays held Judge to 0 for 4 with, or is it 0 for 5 because he came up in the ninth? 0 for 4 as of right here. If it's 0 for 5, whatever. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Stanton was 0 for 3. With 3 strikeouts. So those two combined went 0 for 7 with 6 strikeouts. That's a recipe to win for the Toronto Blue Jays. Now tomorrow, it might not be so easy. Yes, we have J.A Happ on the mound, and a lot of teams, like the New York Yankees, are looking to kind of pick up J.A Happ. He's at the top of their list. So they want to see what they can get from him. But on the Yankees side, the Jays are facing Luis Severino, 13-2 with a 1.98 earned run average. The Jays look for the series win tomorrow. I knew this was going to be a long one, guys, because I wanted to get in detail with those few things, with the Stanton strikeout and all that. 4:07 first pitch tomorrow. It's a later game, but it's going to be a fun one because if both pitchers pitch the way they can, this is going to be one heck of a pitching duel. It's going to be a fun one, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this game and you guys enjoyed this video, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. Any turning point for you in this ball game? What'd you think of the bullpen? What'd you think of Gavilio? What'd you think of the bats? The Jays had 11 hits and held the Yankees to only 5. They were great. I'm going to hear what you guys have to say all around about this game for the Blue Jays. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow evening. I guess early evening, late afternoon, as the Jays look for the series win. Luis Severino, 13-2 with a 1.98 earned run average versus J.A Happ, 10-4 with a 4.03 earned run average. 4:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. We'll talk to you guys then.